This is the UPN 50, 10 o'clock news.
Only on 50, Maxi Training School accused of putting dangerous criminals back on the street. Criminals like Brian Bourne, who allegedly killed a Detroit cop last week. Could the crime have been prevented? Tonight, we investigate. Good evening, everyone. I'm Donna, Terrell.
And I'm Pallas, Hupe. Tonight's first story is a UPN 50 exclusive investigation into Maxi School and the state's release policy for young offenders. UPN 50's Soraya Fidel is here tonight to show us what she discovered.
Well, Pallas, tonight there are many questions about the man accused of killing Detroit police officer Michael Scanlon. Was there anything that could have been done to keep him and Officer Scanlon from crossing paths? One employee of Maxi Training School seems to think so. He tells us the signals were clear, but the system failed to protect the community.
The worst type of crimes are the kids that typically go to Maxi.
The WJ Maxi Training School is a juvenile treatment facility known for housing the toughest youth offenders. Lamont Smith spent time in Maxi before being transferred to a less secure facility. He's now serving a 60 to 90-year sentence for killing a Detroit cop. This is also where Brian Bourne was doing time. He's accused of brutally stabbing and shooting Detroit officer Michael Scanlon. It happened last week during a traffic stop. A judge released Bourne nearly 2 years ago. It's what state law requires when a juvenile offender turns 21. In an exclusive interview, a longtime Maxi employee who does not want to be identified clearly remembers Bourne's violent behavior. He witnessed it every day.
He would burn the animals, cut their tails off, and put glue on them. He assaulted 2 or 3 staff on several occasions with a pencil, stabbing them.
The employee says Maxi has poor record-keeping of juvenile conduct at the facility. He believes if criminal acts were properly documented, it would allow 21-year-old offenders to be charged with other crimes and sentenced to an adult facility. He says automatic release can be dangerous.
I've seen 3 or 4 involved in some murders, but there have been a lot of felonies among other ones.
He also tells us over the years he's seen several cases where high-risk offenders are suddenly listed as low risk and released.
The reason why and the motivation behind that was the longer the kids stay, the longer the state has to pay. And as a result of that, it's costing the state money.
That's just absolutely not true.
Mark Jazanowicz is the deputy director for Michigan's Family Independence Agency. He says records are not altered. It's unacceptable and not allowed.
We're not going to be 100% successful in treating all the kids that we have. That's just part of what we do, and that's unfortunate, but that's reality of it.
And he tells us at times caseworkers may have different evaluations and treatment recommendations for the youth at Maxi.
After 2 years, we have like 70% of our graduates still have not been convicted have not reoffended.
But one lawmaker believes tougher legislation is the solution to cracking down on juvenile offenders.
Judge is in the best position.
State Representative Hanson Clark says there's a loophole in the system. He wants to change the law to close the gap between the state's juvenile and adult criminal justice systems.
A violent juvenile offender should not be released just because they're 21 years old. That doesn't mean they're rehabilitated. In fact, it means nothing. We only release them out in the community when it's safe to do that.
Now, Clark is currently drafting his bill. His primary goal is to make sure juvenile court judges have the power to maintain jurisdiction and supervise an offender even after he turns 21. Meanwhile, there's a court case tomorrow regarding layoffs at Maxi, and we'll tell you what happens and what it means to the community. Back to you.
Word tonight, kidnapped Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl is dead. State Department says the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan has received a videotape showing Pearl's body. Pearl disappeared January 23rd on his way to a meeting with Islamic extremists in Karachi, Pakistan. The 38-year-old New Jersey native was with the Wall Street Journal for 12 years. It was Pearl who helped develop safety rules for reporters covering dangerous areas. Those rules included checking in with editors. Pearl's failure to call in from Karachi was the first sign he vanished. Daniel Pearl is survived by his wife, who is pregnant with their first child. UPN 50 reporter Mary Curran worked with Daniel Pearl early on in both their careers. Tonight, Mary is in Los Angeles, but she spoke with our Roxanne Evanina a short time ago, and she shared her memories of Pearl. Roxanne?
That's right, Donna. Mary Curran tonight, in her own words, is heartbroken. She has been friends with Daniel Pearl for almost 20 years. And tonight, as she spoke of her friend and fellow journalist, she began to cry.
He was the most peaceful, kind, gentle person literally I have ever met.
This graphic image became a harsh, sad reality for fellow journalist and close friend Mary Curran. The news of Pearl's death came as she watched television earlier today.
I can't even tell you what it felt like. I mean, I was trembling from the inside out. Just at hearing somebody could be treated so cruelly that you knew.
And Mary knew Danny Pearl well. This is Danny and Mary during happier times. The year, 1987. Both were cub reporters working at a small-town newspaper in North Adams, Massachusetts. Mary followed his career, often looking for Danny Pearl's byline in the Wall Street Journal. Mary remembers a brilliant writer who cut to the core of the story.
The Wall Street Journal sent him to Iran to cover an election. Danny came back with a story about a town that made a rug. And the deal was that he was trying to show how important the elections were because these towns were so poor that they put all of their efforts collectively into building this rug to sell it, to make money, to keep the town alive.
What will be kept alive now is the memory of a journalist, a father, a friend, and an American, Daniel Pearl. Now, Mary spoke to Danny Pearl just before he went to Pakistan, and in that conversation, he shared something with her. He told her he was thinking about getting out of the newspaper business. Reporting live in Southfield, Roxanne Evanina, UPN 50, 10 o'clock news. And there are more mourning tonight. Tonight, 12 American soldiers are believed dead after a U.S. Army helicopter crashes. The chopper went down this afternoon near the Philippine island of Basilan. The CH-46, just like this one, was on its way to a training operation when it crashed. Tonight, there are no signs of survivors. The Pentagon says there's no indication the chopper was shot down by hostile fire. And serious concern about a national landmark as security for the Liberty Bell has stepped up in Philadelphia. This after the FBI receives a threat against this symbol of American freedom. The FBI is not releasing specifics about the threat, like when or how an attack might happen, but agents call the threat credible.
Tonight, the last surviving burn victim from the World Trade Center has finally left the hospital. Donovan Cowan was burned over half of his body and is still on a respirator because his lungs were singed by those flames. Before leaving the hospital today, Cowan described what was happening inside Tower 2 just before he was burned.
I was on my way down, but then I went back to the 84th floor because the guy announced in Tour World Trade that everything was going to be all right. So I was just going to go back upstairs and call my mom and tell her that I was all right.
Well, Cowan is expected to be in rehab for the next 3 months.
Tonight, startling pictures from Metro Airport's Davie Terminal. Now, this terminal will close in 48 hours when the new McNamara Midfield Hub opens. But for now, passengers are being forced to use a terminal that is trashed. Our Scott McFarland has the story from Metro.
Good evening. At the Davie Terminal tonight, the baggage carousel is symbolic. It is old, it is noisy, like the rest of the terminal, in some state of disrepair.
There are gaping holes in the ceiling. Liquid drips down. The noise of generators drowns out normal conversation. Seats are torn, doors are broken, moving walkways don't move. Some are torn apart. Wallpaper is often ripped. What's clean here is cramped. The terminal handled 30 million passengers last year.
It just can't handle that many people. The restrooms are undersized, the concessions are undersized. There's just really no room to expand. And you get that many people moving through a facility, it's hard to keep up with everything.
Starting Sunday, much of Davie meets the wrecking ball. Several concourses will be torn down. Crews will spend 4 years rebuilding. The new facility will be modeled after the larger, better lit, better designed McNamara terminal. The cost, $400 million. Good news, says frequent flyer Matt Zani.
I know it's just a zoo when I come down here, you know what I mean? So I know what I'm in, I know what to expect when I get here, basically. The furniture is outdated, in some cases flat out broken. You still find orange repair cones spread throughout the terminal. Passengers have to deal with this for 2 more days when the Davie terminal finally processes its final passenger. At Metro Airport tonight, I'm Scott McFarland. Now back to you.
Angry words tonight from Wayne County commissioners.
They're upset about plans to have an independent authority to oversee Metro Airport.
I have never seen anything to match this. We have been double-crossed. We have been lied to by a person that asked us to work with him to stop the state takeover.
Commissioners claim County Executive Ed McNamara betrayed them in a secret deal with Governor John Engler. McNamara says the deal was necessary to prevent the state takeover of the airport. Under the deal, McNamara will name 4 members to the new airport authority. Engler will name 2. County commissioners only get 1 appointment. Commissioners are so upset about this deal, they want to take McNamara's name off the new midfield terminal. Up next, the fight to keep your water rates from going up.
Plus, parents, listen up. Riding the school bus could be hazardous to your child's health. I'll tell you why straight ahead.
And I'm Mike Bowersock, live in downtown Detroit. What's the beef with Lions season ticket holders? We'll tell you coming up.
An ambulance racing to the scene ends up in an accident of its own. Find out what happened coming up. Jim.
Well, Donna, the cold weather decided to come back to Metro Detroit. In fact, our high today, 42. That was just after midnight. 32, our morning low. And look at the normals in the middle. Records at the bottom. Outside right now, cold. 30 degrees. That's our current reading here in Detroit. First warning Doppler showing what's left of the storm system rolling through the Great Lakes area. We'll talk about that. And your wall side window on tomorrow morning. Wake-up weather, partly cloudy, 25. Your full forecast right after the break.
I guess winter's not over yet. Thanks, Jim. You're watching UPN 50, 10 o'clock news.
Stay with us. Pallas and I will be right back.
America is at war. Stay informed with WWJ News Radio 950. One station, now more than ever.
Closed captioning is brought to you by your Chrysler and Jeep Superstores.
It's here, the Chrysler Great American Getaway. Now choose an award-winning car or minivan and get Chrysler's exclusive 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions. Plus, big cash allowances, up to $2,500 or 0% financing on select models. GM, Ford, and Toyota don't give you that. Great products, great protection, great value. That's the Chrysler Advantage. See your Chrysler and Jeep Superstore today.
I've been wondering if I'm wasting my money renting. Do you think I could own my own home?
Call today and ask Shore Mortgage. We can help you turn rent payments into home ownership.
I've been wondering if I have enough money for a down payment on a home.
Call today and ask Shore Mortgage. We have special mortgage programs to help you.
Shore Mortgage, home loans are all we do.
Shore Mortgage, the home loan specialist.
Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you, 19 for me, 'cause I'm the tax man.
It took an act of Congress to pass 441 tax law changes. Will it take an act of God to understand them? No one understands the tax law changes better than H&R Block. If you're not satisfied, you don't pay.
Do you know the most common thing an American soldier says when he's dying on the battlefield? It's all my wife.
I love her. For country.
I know what my husband's fighting for, and that's why I can smile.
For family.
Daddy, what is a war?
For each other.
Men are so young, and when I look at them, I see our boys.
Mel Gibson.
I will leave no one behind.
We Were Soldiers. Rated R. Starts Friday, March 1st.
An ambulance goes airborne in West Bloomfield. It happened this afternoon. The ambulance was headed north on Orchard Lake Road. Police say the driver of this Buick pulled right out in front of it, even though the sirens and the lights were both on. The ambulance rolled 3 times. No one was seriously injured, fortunately. However, the driver of the Buick was ticketed.
And new tonight, the city of Highland Park is ordered to rehire its entire police force. by next week. That ruling came down a few hours ago. The city disbanded its police force late last year to save some money. The cops sued, and this afternoon a judge decided that they should all get their jobs back.
We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for some type of judgment because our lives are on hold. Some of us done bought homes and cars. And we're just happy now that we're going back to work.
The Wayne County Sheriff's Department has been policing Highland Park since the department was disbanded. They will stay on the job until the cops come back. The city has not said if it will appeal today's ruling.
Tearful testimony today in the trial of a Detroit man accused of killing a 3-month-old baby. Harold Reed is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Isaiah Lewis. Isaiah's mom, Shaniqua Betty, left the boy with Reed at a bus stop so she could go home and get her purse. Today, Betty cried as she testified she thought Reed would keep the baby safe even though she'd never met him before. But when she returned to the bus stop, Reed and Isaiah were both gone. Isaiah's body was discovered a week later after Reed reportedly told police where to find it. The trial continues tomorrow. And official word tonight, the 3-year-old found dead inside a West Side Detroit home died by asphyxiation. Police say the boy's mother was home yesterday at the time of his death but never called for help. Instead, she drove her other 2 kids to the hospital, then disappeared until this morning when she turned herself into police. Tonight, she's being treated at Detroit Receiving Hospital. No charges have yet been filed.
And tonight, suburban communities are debating whether to fight a proposed water rate hike. Detroit City Council approved the hike this week. It affects 120 area communities. Warren Mayor Mark Steenberg is trying to get other Macomb County mayors to file a lawsuit to block the rate increase. Detroit says it needs the money to fix its aging water system. Steenberg says the suburbs shouldn't have to pay for Detroit's problems. Suburban water rates will rise about 15% this summer.
University of Michigan running back B.J. Askew will appear in court next month. He's charged with assault and battery. Police say he literally threw his girlfriend out of their Pittsfield Township apartment during an argument earlier this month. Askew could spend 3 months in jail if he's convicted.
And only on 50 tonight, some Detroit Lions season ticket holders claim the new Ford Field is not as good of a deal as the Pontiac Silverdome. They are unhappy with their new seats. UPN 50's Mike Bowersock is live outside the Ford Field tonight with that story. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Donna. We're live right outside of Ford Field, downtown Detroit. You know, one of the biggest complaints of these season ticket holders is that for the same amount of money or less, the seats at the Pontiac Silverdome were better. Bill Mason loves the Lions.
Best memories probably would have been the championship games of the early 50s, 52 and 53, with Bobby Lane, Doak Walker.
He's been a season ticket holder since 1955. In 1994, was named Celebrity Fan of a Game. The Lions have been a big part of his life. The transition, however, to Ford Field has been a big frustration. Like other season ticket holders, he went to the Lions downtown office this week to find out his new seats won't be as good, they'll cost more, and since 2 of his 4 tickets were bought in 1975, he won't be able to get his 4 seats together.
It's kind of frustrating. It's kind of depressing to spend all this money all these years and not be able to sit with your own kids at the game, if you know what I mean.
The Lions acknowledge Bill Mason's complaints aren't uncommon, but point out they're losing 15,000 seats in Ford Field, and this is the only fair way to do it.
When difficulties ensue, as they do every time a team moves into a new stadium, whether that's the Denver Broncos this year moving into their new stadium, whether it's us moving into Ford Field, or whether it was us 25 years ago moving into the Pontiac Silverdome, there's always issues with change.
And there are still other issues to figure out as well. One of them being what to do with all the RVs if people come to tailgate like they have at the Silverdome. Right now, they don't know yet. Live in Detroit, I'm Mike Bowersock, UPN 50, 10 o'clock news.
I hope they can work that out. The worst thing is to have a bad seat.
Oh,
at a game.
You betcha. At a game or at a movie.
Or
any of those
anywhere.
Nice looking field, though, isn't it? Can't wait to see that field. Can't wait to see the first game. Yeah.
That will be very nice.
Hey, remember the 50s yesterday? Oh.
Far cry from that.
They're long gone,
Yeah, but you know what? You warned us, or you told us.
Yes.
It wasn't really a warning. You told us, so we were expecting it.
Guess what I have tonight? I have a cute puppy advisory.
Watch out.
A cute puppy advisory. Toby's in the spotlight tonight. We love to show off your pets every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Toby's from Troy. And this was taken when Toby was 5 months old, a Maltese. Great looking pup. Thanks for sending that picture in. Hi, everybody in Troy tonight. Okay, let's look at the numbers in Detroit today. 42 your high, 32 your low, and that was earlier, and 9/100ths of an inch of precipitation. Of course, we saw a little snow today. Outside right now, we're still falling. 30 degrees our current temperature. Our relative humidity is 85%. We've got a north wind at 9 miles per hour. The barometer is going up. It's rising, 29.97. All your local readings now at 10 o'clock. Here they are. 30 degrees at Metro, 31 at City Airport. Mount Clemens checking in with 28. It's 32 at Port Huron right now. Windsor, 30 degrees, the same in Monroe. Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti not reporting this hour. 28 for Howell and Brighton, 27 in Flint. Lansing, 27 degrees, and the same in Jackson, 27 degrees, the current temperature. And around the region, temperatures falling into the teens already in parts of the UP, 19 at Marquette and Sault Ste. Marie. Traverse City, 28 degrees, 20s and 30s for the most part across the lower peninsula. Farther west, 32 degrees right now in Chicago. Just to our south in Toledo, 33, and once again, 30 here in Detroit. If you're keeping track, 27 days until spring. Here's first warning Doppler. You can see the activity starting to move out of the Great Lakes now. Most of it well off to the east parts of Pennsylvania, western New York State. Still some snow. We had some snow showers and even some freezing rain earlier this evening here in Metro Detroit. And we could still see a few more snow showers as you see the swirl, a counterclockwise swirl moving off toward the east. But west of us, we've got clear skies. And that's going to mean some sunshine tomorrow. You're going to like that. Let's zoom into Michigan now and show you the activity still going on right around the Thumb area. Midland, Bay City, Saginaw, right around the Lansing area, and again, some of that activity in the form of snow showers will be rolling our way overnight tonight. Let's put it back to the Doppler mode now and go local. You can see our local counties, and again, everywhere you see the darker greens right now, we have some light snow or flurries, mainly flurries, and that'll be the pattern for tonight. Should taper off by about 3, 4 in the morning, and we're not looking for anything measurable, but again, it could make some slick spots on the roads for tomorrow morning, but for the most part, the roads are in pretty good shape. Here's the word now, cold. We've been so used to the word mild. Now it's going to turn cold and stay cold, at least for a little while, although the weekend's not looking too bad at this point. We've got a stationary front just over us now. By tomorrow, we'll see some sunshine mixed with clouds, the colder air, the northwesterly winds coming down at us, and that'll be the pattern for the next few days. We do have a little bit of precipitation in the form of rain on Sunday afternoon, and that's about it. So Friday looks pretty good, Saturday looks pretty good, and then Sunday the possibility of rain. Precipitation probability tonight, you can see it just going away overnight, and by tomorrow we should be dry with that sunshine, so a real good-looking Friday. Look at the temperatures in the UP tonight, single digits. We're looking at teens in the northern lower peninsula, 20s down here in the south, 11 in Green Bay, 3 at Marquette tonight, and then high temperatures for tomorrow, 20s and 30s, so there's at least a 20-degree drop from yesterday. And again, the pattern in the 30s will continue right through the weekend. At least they'll be upper 30s. Local cast for tonight, East Point, 26 degrees. Troy, 25. Hamtramck, 25. Saline, 24. And Brighton, 25 degrees. And then high temperatures for tomorrow. We'll start out with a mix of clouds and sunshine and then turn mostly sunny in some areas tomorrow. 33 at Sterling Heights, Rochester Hills, 33 degrees. Ann Arbor, 34. Westland, 33. Brighton, 34. And here are your overnight lows and daytime highs for up north for tonight and tomorrow. Now your forecast for Detroit, cloudy tonight, still those flurries we were talking about, 25 your low. Then for tomorrow, Friday, colder, sun and clouds, only 33 for a high temperature. Then for the next 5 days, 33 tomorrow, 38. Now that's not a bad Saturday, sun and clouds. Sunday, a little rain developing, 39 degrees. Then some snow showers on Monday, 34. Look at the high on 25 on Tuesday. Then we get cold again. And it's going to stay with us next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the 20s. So that's the latest. See you tomorrow morning with JJ and Lynn on 94.7 WCSX. Get the heavy coats out again, the gloves and the scarves and everything else.
But the sunglasses, too. I
Yes.
like that. Mine haven't had a good workout the past few days.
That's right.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, thanks,
All right,
Jim.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, you know, Donna, at some big sales, they hand out goodie bags of sample merchandise. But at a Safe Sex Forum in Detroit tonight, it was bags of condoms on offer.
The city's health department helped hand out bundles of condoms to local teens and adults. Organizers of the event offered a free movie to attract the crowds and to attract attention to the issue of safe sex.
A lot of times people don't want to talk about it. When you talk about HIV and STDs, then you have to talk about sex. People say, oh, no, we don't talk about that. But it's important that we do talk about it because so that people can be safe.
The bags included several male and female condoms and brochures about safe sex.
In tonight's Health Watch, a warning. School buses could be bad for your kids' health. 2 new reports show many of the 24 million kids who ride the bus each day inhale too much diesel exhaust. Now, breathing that toxic air can increase your risk of developing asthma, heart disease, cancer, or dying prematurely. And now something else parents may not want to hear. Your baby may soon need another vaccination. The Centers for Disease Control is considering recommending 6 to 23-month-olds get flu shots. The reason? New research shows there's a real risk babies who come down with the flu could end up in the hospital for treatment. Add another to the list of studies that show light drinking might have health benefits. The gist is having 1 or 2 drinks a day can reduce your risk of developing cardiovascular disease. How? Well, apparently this alcohol helps prevent blockages in the arteries that supply blood to the legs. Non-smoking women appear to benefit the most, but before you say bottoms up, remember, moderation is the key. And finally tonight, a breakthrough in treating heart attack victims. A new study shows cooling cardiac arrest patients in the first 12 to 24 hours after their attack increases their chances of survival and really reduces their risk of brain damage if they do pull through. Doctors have long used moderate hypothermia to protect patients during surgery. Now, they have a reason to consider it as a standard treatment for heart failure. And that's tonight's Health Watch.
Also in the news, film critic Roger Ebert is hospitalized tonight. Doctors will remove a cancerous growth on his thyroid gland tomorrow. He's expected to make a fast and full recovery. Ebert says his fans won't miss any of his reviews. He's already taped several. You may remember his former partner, Gene Siskel, died of cancer several years ago. And new tonight, Congressman Gary Condit's wife is suing the National Enquirer for $10 million. Carolyn Condit says the tabloid libeled her in a headline. It accused Condit of verbally attacking Chandra Levy just days before Levy disappeared last May. Police believe Carolyn Condit's husband, Gary, was having an affair with Levy. Levy has not been found. Well, you know, Michigan is becoming a state of pistol-packing people.
And what's most surprising may be the number of women who are now carrying concealed weapons. That story straight ahead.
In Consumer Alert, demands for a better rollover rating system so you'll know how safe your vehicle is.
And only on 50 tonight, the Arab American community takes on problem gambling. We'll explain in a live report.
The big comedies are on UPN 50. Just shoot. Weeknights at 11 on UPN 50.
UPN 50's Health Watch is brought to you by Wayne County Community College.
America's greatest hot rod show returns. The 50th anniversary Murray's Discount Auto Stores Autorama. Friday through Sunday, February 22nd through 24th at Como Center. See America's coolest cover cars, including Twin Mill, presented by Eagle One. Plus some of Hollywood's supercars. Meet TV's Batman, Adam West, Dukes of Hazzard's Roscoe and Eden, and Tony Laurer, formerly WWF China. See the hot street racer from the Fast and the Furious, and meet Jesse from the movie. 50 years in the making. Autorama. February 22nd through 24th. Discount tickets at Murray's Discount Auto Stores.
Part of the GM Performance Parts Show Car Series.
Hey, Jared.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. You look good.
Thank you.
What do you got there?
It's a Subway Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki.
Oh, never heard of that one.
What, are you off the diet?
No.
I think it's Jared.
Oh, look, Jared's off his diet.
Jared, you're my hero.
I'm not off the diet. It's a new low-fat taste from Subway. You should try it.
New sauces and new gourmet breads are making Subway's low-fat subs even tastier. Try our delicious sweet onion sauce on chicken teriyaki or the tangy red wine vinaigrette on the Subway Club.
You really got us going.
Subway, eat fresh.
You can't beat the factory. I can make promises to my customers that I know Wallside can keep.
Wallside Windows. Most preferred, most referred. Call 1-800-521-7800.
So he's a little overprotective. Can you blame him? The 2002 Accord LX from Honda.
Now lease a 2002 Accord LX for $239 a month for 36 months.
Thousands Dozens of Michigan women have received concealed weapons permits since the state took this new law into effect last July. One gun expert says the number of women applicants may be as high as 40%. That's much more than experts expected. Michigan law requires that people seeking a permit be 21, pass a safety class, have a clean police record, and no history of mental illness. Previously, permits were given only to people who could prove a need to carry a concealed weapon. Tonight, the Arab community confronts what they say is a growing problem, gambling addiction.
Now, this problem first surfaced 15 months ago when a Farmington Hills man killed himself and his family because he couldn't pay his gambling debt. UPN 50's Laura Marcus is now live with more.
Well, casinos are a great place to go for entertainment, but if you have an addictive personality, it can turn into much more than that, a big problem, as the Arab American community is finding out.
I lost my house, I lost my car, lost my cash. This is a big lesson.
For this man, gambling almost destroyed his life. At the casinos, he lost 17 years in savings for his kids' college tuition. Because of the shame it caused his family, we've concealed his identity. It began as an innocent game in his hometown of Baghdad, Iraq.
We used to play cards, have fun, stuff like that. But here is completely different.
We don't have casinos back there, very little exposure to that.
Dr. Michael Harmony says gambling addiction is a growing problem in the Arab American community. He says if you have an addictive personality, gambling can spin your life out of control.
You always chase the first high, and you could never get there.
In a workshop in Dearborn tonight, Arab American leaders are reaching out to people with gambling addiction.
The majority of Arab American and Chaldean business dealing with the cash money are involved with the cash money, and they perceive it as a quick way to get rich.
For this man, he's getting help, and for the first time in 4 years, he'll be with his daughter on her birthday instead of the casinos.
And I promised myself I'm not going to go back.
Now, if you need help with a gambling addiction problem, you can contact the Arab American Chaldean Council, and they say they have free help available. Live in Detroit, I'm Laura Marcus, UPN 50, 10 o'clock news.
It's a raid at a Wayne County video store accused of selling fake music CDs. Sheriff's deputies confiscated dozens of CDs from King Video in Hamtramck. Some CDs had covers that may have been copied on a color printer. The store's manager was taken away in handcuffs. He says he didn't know the CDs were fake. Store owners could face felony charges.
Well, Ford is introducing a new system to catch quality problems before you do. The Six Sigma program will be used in all Ford plants. The program was unveiled today at the Wayne Assembly plant and has been developed in response to Ford's recent poor quality ratings. Industry ratings group J.D. Power says Ford has an average of 162 problems per 100 new vehicles. That's higher than all other U.S. automakers. And new tonight, a consumer group demands better rollover ratings from the government. The National Research Council wants the feds to change how they rate the risk of rollovers. The NRC says current standards are too broad. They want more specific information given to consumers and data that makes it easier for people to compare rollover risks of similar vehicles.
Only on 50 tonight, a dispute over new housing in Detroit pits residents against developers. UPN 50's Tara Wall has the exclusive details.
The dispute over new housing development has brought a group of Detroit residents here to the City Planning Commission, hoping to be heard.
Jefferson Chalmers residents want these issues addressed before the city approves plans for new homes. Lack of housing design options, higher prices for smaller houses on smaller lots, fewer standard features and amenities, mixing old and new homes together, and eminent domain issues.
If he's going to build anywhere in Detroit, those same considerations will come to the table no matter where he builds in Detroit.
Development plans for these proposed condos are okay. It's the proposed single-family homes causing concern. The developer plans to infill 14 homes between these older ones, some on 30 and 40-foot lots for as much as $290,000.
And I'm looking at a person wanting to build a $290,000 home next to that just wouldn't make sense.
We can utilize rehabilitation dollars. We're going to explore that option, try to bring the quality of the homes up, and do infill.
Another sore point, these suburban homes the developer has built on bigger lots with more square footage are priced lower than smaller-sized ones proposed for Detroit.
They're small, but then there are issues that can stop the project. So we'll get back together, see if we can, what we can do about the infill.
The City Planning Commission promises to meet with the developer again and review those concerns before it makes its final recommendation to the City Council. In Detroit, Terrell, UPN 50, 10 o'clock news.
Question, are you willing to pay taxes to support the arts? That question may end up on the ballot this November. Tomorrow, Wayne County Commissioners will decide whether to put it up to a vote. Oakland County Commissioners are still thinking about that. The proposal would raise $44 million a year to support community and regional cultural organizations. It's almost identical to a plan defeated November 2000. If you own a $200,000 home, it'll cost you about $50 a year.
Up next, new developments in the Georgia crematory scandal.
Plus, a horrible accident during a training exercise leaves one police officer dead and more than a dozen others hurt. We'll tell you what went wrong. But first, a former Nazi guard is stripped of his U.S. citizenship. Will he be deported? Find out in minutes. Don't go away.
Continuous country favorites from yesterday and today. Country 99.5.
Hi, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Sure.
It's time for the Team Dodge sales event, where the entire bold and powerful Dodge lineup comes with our powertrain pledge. 7 years or 100,000 miles of engine and transmission protection that you don't get from Ford, GM, Honda, or Toyota. Plus, get your choice of a cash allowance of up to $2,500 or 0% financing. Great products, great protection, great value. Right now during the Team Dodge sales event.
I want to be pampered by natives.
I want to taste something exotic.
I want to get closer to my children. I want to take my family over the edge.
For special offers on vacation packages, log on now to universalorlando.com. A vacation from the ordinary.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Rock Financial. Think Rock Financial, think the mortgage experts. We've been serving our clients right here in Michigan for 16 years with superior service and innovative home loans. Like our Quick and Easy home loan, requires no documentation. Our Easy Answer allows you to get a great low rate without perfect credit. And the instant loan can get you instant cash. Call the mortgage experts today at 800-731-ROCK.
In an effort to skirt our network reliability issues, meet our new email system, TED.
FYI, HR meeting moved to Fishbowl. We can't keep doing this. Meet me for lunch, Mr. Allen. The 11 o'clock has been moved to 10 o'clock.
But it's 10:15.
Urgent TED mail coming through.
Need to CC Zurich and Taipei on this.
Where's that TED mail?
He's probably having trouble getting in cab.
TED's okay. A more reliable network is better. SBC Ameritech data. We're on it.
Tonight, the body count continues to rise at a crematorium in Noble, Georgia. Investigators have already discovered 242 corpses stacked in nearby storage sheds and tossed in the woods. Police say the crematory's owner was supposed to burn the bodies, but left them to rot instead. It's believed up to 100 more bodies will be found at the site.
We know that we have the burial vaults that are filled with bodies that we have yet to recover remains from. We'll be concentrating on that.
The crematory's operator could be charged with hundreds of counts of theft by deception for taking people's money but not performing the cremations. An emotional day in the Andrea Yates murder trial. Andrea Yates sobbed out loud as the jury saw graphic video and pictures of her dead children. The pictures were taken by police shortly after Yates allegedly drowned her 5 children inside her Houston home. Yates is facing capital murder charges. She has pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. Her lawyers say she was suffering from postpartum psychosis.
1 police officer is dead, 14 others hurt after a training exercise in Arizona goes horribly wrong. The accident happened today near Phoenix. A device used to pump pepper spray into homes exploded. The officers were hit by shrapnel and flying debris. Authorities say the officers had just finished the exercise when the pump blew up for some unknown reason. 5 children are dead from carbon monoxide poisoning near Los Angeles tonight, and it was no accident. Authorities say their father lit a charcoal grill inside their home to kill himself and his children. A 6th child survived but is not expected to make it. The father also survived. He is listed in stable condition tonight and will face murder charges.
Also in the news, a federal judge revokes the citizenship of Nazi death camp guard known as Ivan the Terrible.
The family of John Demjanjuk says they'll appeal today's ruling by a Cleveland judge. Last year, Demjanjuk was found guilty of crimes related to his actions as a Nazi concentration camp guard in World War II. Now, his family says he's innocent and that this is a case of mistaken identity. They will appeal today's ruling, but once those appeals run out, Demjanjuk will be deported or extradited to another country to stand trial on Nazi war crimes.
Still to come tonight, UPN 50 joins the fight to keep kids away from crime. That's a good thing.
It sure is.
And look at that. A baby polar bear makes a debut at the zoo.
We'll introduce you to this cuddly edition just ahead. But first, our celebration of Black History Month continues. Find out what these Detroit kids are doing when we come back.
Hey everybody, I'm Chuck Garfine. Tonight on STV, we'll hear from the newest Detroit Tiger, Dimitri Young, down in Lakeland. Plus, the Spartans trying to get into the NCAA tournament. They hosted Minnesota tonight. Highlights are on the way. And a huge trade in the NBA involving another former Wolverine. That and more on STV tonight.
The big comedies are on UPN 50. Everybody loves rain. Weeknights at 11:30 on UPN 50.
First Warning Weather is brought to you in part by CVS Pharmacy.
With the CVS Extra Care card, it's not just about saving money on like 4,700 diapers. It's earning CVS money. It's not just another rewards program. It's a way to earn your favorite stuff free. The CVS Extra Care card. It's not just a piece of plastic. It's recognition of the fact that someone should pay you for a change. Every mom knows the difference, and so does one pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy, helping you make a difference.
Hey, Ray, look at this. Wall-to-wall entertainment. You want entertainment, Carl? I'll give you entertainment. Oh, look, Carl, I'm a maniac! No argument here. Let's see their entertainment do this. Whoa, Ray, I don't want to see anything do that.
At Blockbuster, the hottest new releases are guaranteed on DVD, so you'll always find the entertainment you want.
That's it, Carl! Shake what your mama gave ya!
Make it a Blockbuster night.
Columbus's New World sounds like a good investment.
It's flat.
Look, I'm seeking advice here.
My queen, there are more mutual funds to invest in than public companies. You need investment advice from Fifth Third. Their microcap value fund's performance is quite the discovery.
Our course is set to help build your wealth, my queen.
Go. Find my new world.
Discover Fifth Third's performance with investment advice that works today.
Freeze! LAPD!
Patrolling your neighborhood every Friday.
Cut.
This guy is the worst actor I have ever seen.
This spring.
I'm not an actor. Get that camera out of here.
Fighting crime.
Oh! Okay, Annie, get the dish out.
Goes prime time.
You are the TV cops.
Robert De Niro.
You don't think we're real cops?
Eddie Murphy.
It's showtime.
Showtime.
Show your body at the car. You okay there, TJ?
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 15th.
Tonight, 21 8th graders at St. Mary's of Redford complete their rites of passage from grade school to high school. This 5-month training period includes physical, educational, and spiritual aspects. It ends with an observance of Black History Month. The program offers parents a chance to be mentors in their children's lives. It's a nice thing, huh?
It was.
It's a good thing.
Very good thing.
We're proud of them.
We are, and this, too.
Oh, this is a good thing. Yep. UPN 50 joins former Pistons players to kick off the 2002 Mentor Michigan Drive.
Now, this mentor program targets school-aged kids who've had a brush with the law or are chronically in trouble. Attorney General Jennifer Granholm founded the program 2 years ago. Since then, there's been a dramatic drop in kids returning to the justice system. With the mentoring program, only 7% of the kids are likely to have another brush with the law. compared to 40% without the program. Log on to UPN50.com for a direct link to this mentoring website.
And I'm so glad Channel 50 is a part of that, because that's a really good thing.
You bet, and it's making a difference already.
You better believe it. Stay with us, because we are coming right back.
The big comedies are on UPN 50.
You like it!
In City.
Isn't it great?
Weeknights at midnight on UPN 50.
I'll give you a cookie.
The new Italian sausage sandwich only at Burger King. Flame broiled Italian sausage, peppers, onions, melted mozzarella cheese, and marinara sauce.
Gotta make it better.
Hey, how does Sam Breakstone make his cottage doubles even better?
Berries! That's it!
Introducing 2 Breakstone's cottage doubles, blueberry and raspberry.
I'm a genius!
With the CVS Extra Care card, it's not just about saving money on like 4,700 diapers. It's getting extra bucks back. It's not just another mailer. It's as important as the finger-painted cat. It's not just a piece of plastic. It's recognition of the fact that someone should pay you for a change. Every mom knows the difference, and so does one pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy, helping you make a difference.
Detroit's used car leader, America's sport utility leader, puts it all together. Now, on the used car lot at Village Ford, a sport utility sale event that has it all. A gigantic selection of Explorers, Expeditions, Sport Tracks, and more, all specially priced for huge savings. Only at Village Ford, save $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 off the cost of new. All SUVs are clearly marked. Many have new SUV warranties. All have additional markdowns just for this sale. Now, on the used car lot at Village Ford on Michigan Avenue, Dearborn.
Village Ford.
The deal maker.
For fuller, thicker, healthy hair that always rinses clean, reach for original Pearl shampoo or a new concentrate.
Come back again and again for the BK Value Menu. Enjoy a variety of great-tasting flame-broiled burgers that are bigger than the rest for only 99 cents every day. Like the Bacon Cheeseburger or the Tasty Rodeo Cheeseburger. Just 99 cents each.
Well, don't you know, absolutely nobody can resist a baby.
This is true.
Especially when she looks like this.
Because this is Cranberry. She's the newest polar bear at the Denver Zoo. Cranberry is 13 weeks old, and with a little help from Mom, she's already learned how to swim.
Oh.
When Cranberry gets older, she may be sent to another zoo, but for now, she's staying put right there in Denver. She's getting a lot of crowds, too.
So cute and a great name.
I know.
Very cute. Wake up weather tomorrow morning, school bus weather. We're looking at cold temperatures, 33 degrees, and sunrise tomorrow morning, 7:20 with a partly cloudy sky. Get ready for a cold day.
Okay, Chuck's up next with STV.
And we'll see you tomorrow night.
So long.
D&D, Deminsky and Doyle. Weekdays, 3 till 7 on 97.1, Detroit's FM talk station.
Don't play with me.
Talk that rocks.
I'm Andy Jacob. Afraid that you're paying so much interest on your bad credit loans that you'll be in debt forever? Then call me right now for The Promise, Loan Giant's new Rate Buster program, where we've slashed your payments again to 7.5% or less. You heard right. I promise that your payments will be 7.5% or less, even if your credit's bad. Call me right now at 1-800-CALL-ANDY or click LoanGiant.com. But hurry before rates increase.
Attention! All Season Spa is liquidating their entire 2001 stock to make room for 2002 models. Save on pool tables 50 to 70% off. Free accessory kit worth $500 with any table purchase. Lennox Fireplaces, gas logs, and accessories 30 to 50% off. Jacuzzi spas starting at $29.95. Patio furniture starting at $3.99. Up to $7,500 instant credit available with no payments or interest until June. All Season Spas with 8 convenient locations, or call 1-888-220-SPAS for the store nearest you.
This should help.
Frank!
Wake up, Frank! Frank, wake up! Hoystream's family time plan gives you so many minutes, there's no limit to how you can use them. Don't pay more, just get more.
I know where Dad is.
Hey, get down here fast. They got the silver one. Okay, bye.
Claim your Volkswagen. Now's the perfect time.
Sports, television.
Detroit, yeah, baby.
Sports, sports, sports.
Sports.
TV. Television. Television. Detroit.
Detroit.
D-Town. Detroit.
Sports, television, Detroit.
It's awesome, baby!
Thank you, Dickie V. Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Chuck Garfine. Coming up, a big trade in the NBA involving another former Michigan Wolverine. I know it's not Antoine Jobert, but first, the Spartans. Last year, Michigan State's goal was to win the NCAA tournament, but now they're just trying to get in. The Spartans entered the night 15-10 and on the proverbial bubble. Tom Izzo says the only way he will feel secure is if they win their last 4 games. Well, tonight they hosted Minnesota. Mateen Cleaves was there. First half, Gophers, they come out on fire. Jerry Holman, a little open, gets the big dunk. The Gophers up by 9. Later in the half, Adam Ballinger on the breakaway. He'll get the hoop, he'll get the foul, he'll have 20 points and 9 rebounds to go with it. The Spartans getting it in gear. Then Chris Hill to Aloysius Anaganye with the flush. Spartans up by 10. And then Calvin Torbert, who has been struggling, hangs, makes it, and won. A 3-point play for Torbert. And then the shot clock winding down. Hill, 3 fallen. He had 15. The Spartans win 74-55. They host Indiana on Sunday. With the NBA trading deadline set for midnight tonight, the Mavs and Nuggets pulled off a last-minute 7-player deal. Denver sending Nick Van Exel, Rafe LaFrentz, Avery Johnson, and Tariq Abdul-Wahad to Dallas, while the Nuggets get former Wolverine Juwan Howard, Tim Hardaway, Donnell Harvey, and a first-round pick. For Howard, it's his 3rd team in the last year. Juwan, do you know where you are? Tonight in the NBA, it's the Michael Jordan Show. Wizards taking on the Nets. There's Michael. He's in the lineup, back in the lineup. First quarter, Michael to Jahidi White, right there. MJ, 16 points, 6 assists. Second quarter, his name is Jason Kidd. He makes a steal. He did a lot tonight. 30 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. The Nets up by 7, but he wasn't through. End of the third. Off the rebound, Kidd gets it. Time running out. He shoots. He scores. Thank you very much. The Nets win 93-82. When Dimitri Young was traded to the Tigers this winter, he did not want to pull a Juan Gonzalez, which is defined as playing 1 season and then skipping town. Young was looking for some stability. The Tigers said, sign here. Well, today at the team's first full workout, he told our Jerry Millen what we can expect to see from him this year.
Expect to see this crazy hair, you know. Yeah, take a good look at it. Yeah, you see a lot of that. I'm not getting it cut anytime soon. I don't know, just expect a lot of hustle. You know, just a whole bunch of hustle, you know. See me trying to stretch a double into a triple, a single into a double, something like that, you know, trying to take an extra base, trying to score, you know, if I'm in the outfield, you know, making a play, probably slip a time or 2 out there if it's wet on the ground. You know, at first base, picking something out of the dirt, you know, making a play. You know, just, you're going to see some baseball out of me.
I like him already. Well, today at the Olympics, an upset in women's hockey. Canada defeated the U.S. 3-2 in the gold medal game. The Americans had beaten the Canadians the last 8 times they played. American Booty Miller won the, I think it's Bodie. Bodie won the, yeah, definitely Bodie won the silver in the giant slalom. That'll be on the blooper tape, I think, at the end of the day and year. And coming up later tonight, Michelle Kwan will go for the gold in women's figure skating. Coming up, I will think about that thing I said, and a hockey fight for the ages. It's a gentleman's game. It is a gentleman's game, we say. We're back in a moment.
You told us you wanted to win cash, so Oldies 104.3 brings back the $1 million cash call.
Hi, this is Dick Burton. Win your share of more than $1 million when you listen to Oldies 104.3.
Community Calendar. Interesting events around Metro Detroit, brought to you by KFC. SRO Productions is presenting the drama Picnic, February 22nd through March 10th at the historic church on Berg Road and Civic Center in Southfield. Weekends only all through March, Kensington Metro Park Farm Learning Center by Milford features continuous demonstrations on making maple syrup. Community Calendar, interesting events around Metro Detroit, brought to you by KFC.
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which power wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
Now I'm free to see the world.
With a Hover-Round, you truly are free to see the world. Hover-Round's award-winning compact round design makes it the most maneuverable power chair in the world. And because it's portable enough to easily fit in a car trunk and powerful enough to pull a 2-ton van, Hover-Round gives you the freedom to go almost anywhere, even the Grand Canyon. Find out if a Hover-Round is right for you. Call one of our friendly mobility specialists for a free evaluation and free Hover-Round video. Hover-Round's licensed nurses will work with you to determine if you qualify for Medicare, VA, or other insurance. With Medicare and a supplement, owning a Hover-Round could cost you little or no money out of pocket. So call now. Declare your freedom to see the world in a Hover-Round.
I'm Amir Jacobson. Join us all this month as we recognize Detroiters in Black history.
Elijah McCoy was born in Canada, but moved back to Michigan to Ypsilanti. He invented the lubricating cup for the railroad. That's where you get the phrase, the real McCoy.
Elijah McCoy's inventions were in such great demand, people asked for them by name, a name that's gone down in history as another word for excellence.
UPN 5062 CBS and Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village sharing together to salute Detroiters in Black history.
Well, in the continuing effort to serve you, the Red Wings hockey fan, we are giving away another Red Wings bobblehead. Tonight, it is a Chris Chelios Olympic bobblehead, but first, to get this, you need to know the answer to this. What year did Mr. Hockey join the Red Wings? If you know the answer, go to our website, upn50.com, be the first to get it right, and the Chelios bobblehead is yours. Finally, tonight, in the vast archives of STV, we come across some pretty interesting video every now and then, and feel it is just too good to keep on the shelf. So tonight, in an ode to the movie Slapshot, here's one from the vault.
This is not good. Loring, actually number 20 for Tri-Cities, pushing and shoving with the stick. This is not good. And they had problems before. Someone has got to get control here. Brian Shaw is here representing the Western Hockey League, the governor. Back and forth, David.
And here's now fans with player sticks. Oh, my goodness, this is hideous.
Yeah, it was hideous, but it sure was good television, wasn't it? Well, don't forget tomorrow, the Pistons face the Raptors right here on UPN 50 at 7 o'clock. Vince Carter is expected to be back. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you.
The big shows are on UPN 50.
Brace for impact. It's pulling me in.
Star Trek Voyage.
Engage.
Weeknights at 12:30 on UPN 50.
Now you have a reason to celebrate during Tech Discount Furniture's 16-year anniversary sale. Right now, save on all bedrooms, living rooms, dinettes, mattress sets, and more. Like this sleigh bed, available in a cherry or oak finish, now just $2.99. Plus, when you buy today, we guarantee free next-day delivery. And get no interest, no payments, and no down payment for 1 full year. Celebrate big savings during Tech Discount Furniture's 16-year anniversary sale. Tech Discount Furniture, the only thing we don't discount is your satisfaction.
The explosions, overpowering. The electricity in the air, raw. The superstars of the WWF are coming to Joe Louis Arena on Monday, March 11th for WWF Raw, and you could be there courtesy of UPN 5062 CBS and Tony's Brakes Express in Detroit. Fill out an entry form at Tony's Brakes Express or mail a postcard with your name, address, daytime phone number, and age to WWF Raw, P.O. Box 5130, Southfield, Michigan 48086. Don't miss WWF Raw Monday, March 11th, live at Joe Louis Arena.
Get ready to gear up and get out in a legendary Jeep vehicle, the most award-winning brand of 4x4s. And only Jeep gets you there with protection, like a 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions, plus generous cash allowances of up to $2,500 or 0% financing on select vehicles. Great products, great protection, great values. That's the Jeep promise. See your Chrysler and Jeep Superstore today.
Service with a smile. That's what Michigan First Credit Union is about. We have been providing fast, friendly, personal service for 75 years. Now our services include 24-hour lending right over the phone. Call our loan center anytime, day or night, including weekends, to apply, and you'll have an answer right away. Plus, our experienced loan specialists will help you choose the loan that's right for you. And don't forget our competitive rates. For membership information, call today. We're proud of our past and excited about our future.
It's the Detroit Pistons against their Central Division rivals, the Toronto Raptors. Catch the big game action Friday night at 7. UPN 50, home of the Detroit Pistons.